every single person you come in contact with is asking these 3 questions. Can I trust you? Are you good at what you do? And do you care about me? Somebody walks through that door, what are you doing first thing? Judging them?
A couple hundred miles away.
What do we actually do? We're in the people and communications business. All we do is talk for a living. Okay? We do nothing with our hands. We make nothing. We do not do any heavy lifting. We don't produce anything. We store nothing. We deliver nothing. We do no labor, right? We do not do anything except talk. We communicate for a living. And the fun part is most of our competition does not know how to communicate. Okay? How exciting is that? Because they go through the world just the way they are, which is just fine, but they're only being able to connect with people who are what? Like them, which means they left 3/4 of the other population pissed off, right? So now you're gonna show up knowing how to communicate, being able to connect and really, really show people what's going on. Now what you're gonna learn tomorrow when we get into it with Mike Puma is with the technology that's in your hand with your phone right now, we can communicate and connect with people that are just like you, or you're gonna attract people just like you, and you're gonna be able to tell the rest of the people to go screw off if you want to. Or you're gonna be able to say, you know what, I'm gonna cast a wider net because I have my communication skills to be able to deal with and connect with these I's, S's, and C's, so bring them all on. Or, hey, I'm only gonna appeal to the high C's because it's better for me, or I like it better, and then you just do that. And you can target and just drill down to just that personality if you want to. And it just depends on what you want. That's the fun part, because guys, 1 appointment a week in 7 days is not hard, right? If you can deal with the whole population, it's not hard to go do that. So let's go a little bit deeper than that one. This is what it's really about. Every single person that you come in contact with, not most people, every single person you come in contact with is asking these 3 questions. Can I trust you? Are you good at what you do? And do you care about me? Subconsciously, this is the question that their brain is asking about you before you even open your mouth. This is the scary part about it. Do you believe that? Okay. How many of you have a vibe, right? You can tell people. You can tell, you've got a feeling about people. If somebody walks through that door, what are you doing first thing? Judging them, okay? From the second one, the millisecond is coming in, and you are judging them immediately, and you're going to either give them a chance or not giving them a chance, and it's almost instant on that one. So I want you to remember these 3 questions. Write those down. Can I trust you? Are you good at what you do? And do you care about me? Everyone, every seller, every FSBO, every sphere, every Facebook post, every Instagram, everything that you go out, these 3 questions are being asked, and if you answer them correctly or allow them to be answered correctly, you're gonna get a client, okay? If you don't, they're gonna blow you off. It's that simple. The question of, are you good at what you do? And this is where most people screw it up, okay? They think the question is, are you good at what you do? And the question really is, are we good at what we do? Because they're hiring all of us when they're hiring us. Who do they technically list their home with? Craig. Craig is the broker of record for the company. Every listing is Craig's listing. Who do they hire to sell a house, buy a house through? Craig, ultimately, he's the broker of record. Every single transaction. Not some, every single one. So for you to go out and say, list with me, is dumb. Because they're not even listing with you. You guys get it? They're listing with us collectively. So every time Joe goes on a listing presentation, they're actually hiring field 2. And me and Craig and Thomas and Gunnar and Chris and Joe and Mike, everybody, okay? That's where we miss the boat. So the good at what you do part is not a question, because you've got 26 years of experience, you've done over 55,000 transactions, you've done over 12 billion in sales, you launched the Century 21 brand in the state of Florida, you've got the largest Century 21 company in the entire Southeast US, you're selling 30, 50 homes a day, you have multiple brick and mortar locations, you've got several hundred of the most talented, cool people on your team that they're hiring, you've got the largest, Century 21 is the largest real estate company in the world. We're in 82 countries, have 120,000 salespeople. We've won J.D. Power for the last 5 years in a row for the best experiences across the board, buyer and seller. And we've been one of the top workplaces in Tampa Bay for the last 9 years in a row. Okay, that's what's walking through the door. Woo! Isn't that true? Yes, thank you. Good. We've worked our ass off, guys. We have worked our asses off to have this resume for you to walk through the front door and talk about, okay? So for you to not talk about it is dumb, right? Lay it all out there, guys. Bring it all. You're gonna make several $1,000s every time you do a transaction, and to not talk about this is silly because there's only 3 questions. Are you good at what you do, right? What are the other 2? Can I trust you? And do you care about me? And this is the tough part. This is where the money's made. You can't answer it, but you can influence it. And here's the things. This is why I said you're a good segue. What answers these questions is their tribal upbringing, right? How they were born, who they were born to, where they were born, and how they were raised, who raised them, what morals they had, what ethics they had, and who they were surrounded by, what experiences they had, what was good, what was bad, what was evil, what was cool, what was right, what was wrong, everything. And that you had no influence on any of that because you were a sponge that got bombarded with information. And that information created you, and you're awesome and amazing the way that you are, but you're also tremendously different from the person sitting next to you because they had a whole different bunch of data input that created them to be who they are. Got it? Right? How many people here were not born in this country? Okay, look at that. Like a third of the room. Your influences, my wife was born in Germany, right? Tremendously different upbringing, tremendously different thoughts, which create tremendously different cool things and tremendously different annoying things. True story, okay? Because she was raised differently. She didn't even, the language was different, okay? The upbringing was different. The culture was different. Everything was different. And that makes her special the way that she is, but completely different, right? Where were you born? Romania. Where were you born? Vienna, Austria. Totally different upbringing, awesome and amazing, but totally different, okay? Now run into this culture, right? You've got to see things in this culture that make you say, what the? You know, right? Many times. But it's not right or wrong, it's just different, okay? She was raised the way she was raised, which made her her, right? And if you don't learn to drop that and become neutral, you're going to become alienating and only resonate with people who have the same thoughts and visions and values that you have, which is okay if you're trying to do deals at this level. But if you're going to have to communicate and connect with people at this level, you've got to drop exactly who you are and open up and go into neutral and realize that you need to connect with other people. Does that make sense? Right? And understand that's how they were raised brought them there.